So, who can give us an example of a big animal? You?
Elephant.
Good. You?
Donkey.
Good. Chukwabeka?
Goliath.
Goliath is not an animal. Emanuela?
The fish.
Which fish?
The big fish that swallow Uncle Jonah.
Who taught you that?
My uncle told me that the big fish swallow Uncle Jonah.
Anyway, what does your uncle know?
But that is in the Bible.
Shut up! Listen, I studied zoology. There is no way a whale can swallow a human being because it has a small throat.
Anyway, you're my teacher. You know better. But when I go to heaven, I will ask Uncle Jonah.
And what if your Uncle Jonah is not in heaven?
The way you go to hell, you ask him.
A dark shadow betrays a giant beneath the surface. Emerging from the gloom is not a whale, but a whale shark, the largest fish on the planet today.
That thing is just massive. It's a good 20 foot long. But that's a small one. They grow to about twice that length. That is the size and weight of a school bus.
But compared with what came before, the whale shark is small fry.
Incredible. Huge as these things are, even a fully grown one is smaller than the biggest fish that ever lived. That was about the size of a train car.
This prehistoric, shadowy beast has to be a contender for the greatest river monster ever. It patrolled our planet's waters long before giants like whale sharks or whales came on the scene. Today, I'm going to create my own life-size image of this contender for the ultimate river monster.
From the tip of the snout to the end of its tail, we're talking more than 50 feet.
So you could line me up 8 times along its length. And at up to 12 feet long, you could line up 2 of me along each fin. This fish was like a giant ocean glider. Then there's its enormous mouth.
It had a huge gape. I could pretty much walk into its mouth, but I wouldn't find any savage fangs in there. This giant ate plankton like the largest whales do today.
Long before whales came on the scene, Leedsichthys was the first plankton-eating leviathan.
Eyewitnesses report seeing rare white sperm whales. These monsters are said to measure up to 70 feet in length, weigh some 50 tons, and possess rows of 40 to 50 sharp teeth. As the largest toothed predators on the planet, they possess frightening strength and often have scars from their fierce sea battles.
Over 90% of the living space for life on our planet is in the oceans. Home to the biggest animal that exists or has ever existed. The blue whale. Some weigh nearly 200 tons, twice the size of the largest dinosaur. Despite their great size, we still have little idea of where they travel in the vast oceans.
Emerging from the depths at a frightening speed, a huge whale comes within feet of swallowing this cameraman. Tour operator Rainer Schimpf had been documenting the sardine run off the coast of Port Elizabeth in South Africa. Sharks, dolphins and birds all gather to feed in the area as the tiny fish migrate up the country's east coast. Without warning, a bride's whale emerged beneath Rainer, its mouth gaping wide open. Luckily, the giant mammal swerved at the last moment to avoid swallowing him, but he was still sent reeling as it breached.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Then God said, "Let there be light." And there was light.